So mental health is important, right? Mental health is important to be able to understand that people express themselves, express their feelings, let it out, and be able to help those people. But I do see a fine line between mental health and people just being soft, right? So I think a
Well, you're
lot of
gonna get it.
I know I think a lot of I mean, look, if you have mental health issues, you need help, you need professional help, go get therapy, go whatever you need to do, find a mentor, find somebody to talk to. But I do see a generation of kids today, men and women, they're just soft. Like you're just soft. You don't have mental health issues. You're not depressed. Like we all go through things in life. Life, we all gonna suffer, we all gonna fail, we all go through hardship. That's life. Life is suffering. Suffering is life. But I just see a lot of people becoming victims, victim mentality, complaining, making excuses of why their life is not where they need to be, and taking no accountability for their choices or what they're making. So I see there's a fine line where a lot of people are using the mental health issue as an excuse to not take accountability for the choices you made for your life. And we all make mistakes, but a mistake that you keep repeating is no longer a mistake; it's a choice. So I do want to open it up for you guys. Like, what do you see? Do you like is I mean, I do see like yeah, if you have mental health issues, yes, but I do see believe that a lot of people are sensitive, and I do see a lot of people being soft and using the mental health as an excuse. Yo, like get your life together, man. Yeah, like no, get that. Like you've been depressed for like the last 3 months, doing nothing with your life, being in your room and secluding yourself and sleeping all day and not doing anything productive with your life, and you're wondering why you're broke, wondering why you know because you don't have a job, but it's depression. Oh no, it's depression. It's no like that's what I mean. I have to say it because I do believe people need to hear that message. You got to toughen up and go out there and make things happen. Like, what are your thoughts?
I feel like we just went backwards. All these conversations we just have about like growing leaders,
Yeah,
and having people more empowered. I have it that you just took all that BS that you just said, took the last conversation and shoved it up somebody's rear end.
yeah,
You get that?
yeah.
How do you at one point we're talking about how do we empower people, and then you come up with that?
I think it's okay. I think
because
it's important for us to talk about it so we identify certain behaviors,
no,
especially
Yes.
for those who are
And-
watching.
yeah, like I said, like I made it clear, right? If you have mental health issues, real mental health issues, yeah, go get therapy, go get professional help. But I do see certain people like every single time they fail, they're always making excuses. They're always blaming other people. They don't want to take accountability, and they wonder why their life is not improving. And I think that part of growth is looking within yourself and taking accountability and responsible for your choices. If outside of mental health issues.
Okay, so I
But-
have it in my listening to you that you have everything together. Like your work life is working exactly the way it's supposed to.
No.
That's my listening. We all have it in this conversation that we all know what the hell we're doing in life.
Mhm.
And once you consider that none of us here have our shit together.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
I'm 50 and I still don't have my shit together. And we're wanting a 25-year-old to have their shit like this. Like now,
High
is that what we're doing
expectations.
now? We want a 20-year-old to get their shit together. What does that mean? If you don't have your shit together, all six of us, we don't have our shit together. What is it that our experience that we want people to get it now when we don't have it? Really? Is this where the conversation is going? Is that we're going to sit here and belittle every single person in life because they don't have it together when you and I don't have it together?
Okay.
Jocelyn,
But can I chime in on that, on the behavioral health perspective?
It's just a
here?
conversation.
No.
It is a conversation, but we have to look at the core issue of why they're in their current state. People have had something in the past that have happened that they have not addressed, they're not self-aware of, and that's why we have therapy in place. If we cannot address the core root to what is going on, how can we move forward, right? So, and some people become complacent. They're happy to be where they are at. Then you have those that are entitled, right? And so when it comes to behavioral health, you can't really judge anybody because at some point we all have gone through some stages of you know, some form of challenges or suffering or behavior or mental health issues. But what is the core? What is the unmet need of that person that we have not addressed? And so for the, like you said, Will, that person is depressed. What is the core issue? You know, what is happening in their timeline or their parents' timeline? You know, when I work with kids, it's not about just what is the core issue, that I'm looking also at the parents' timeline and what happened in their parents' upbringing as to why the child is like this today. And part of it is we have to also educate the parent to catch them up to where the child is. Meet me where I'm
100%.
at. Yeah.
But
I
that
just
goes
wanna-
back, majority of us do not get into people's world. We sit and judge instead of asking questions, what's going on in your life to have you be that way? And we're sitting here judging every single person in your life.
Same as Phi Kava. What is the unmet need of our men? Why do we go into Phi Kava, right? Like George, back to the beginning where he said, are we communicating? You know, what needs are being met when I'm with my brothers in a Phi Kava session, right? Some I mentioned when some of those videos, it's therapy. It's a sense of connectiveness. That's great. That's a natural support. That is awesome to have. But at the same time, is there balance? Are you finding some form of balance between that for yourself and also for those that the lives that you affect?
Okay. All right. Thanks, Irene. Yeah. Thank you so much. Savage, go ahead.
So I'm just going to speak from experience. I'm not going to speak on anybody or speculate or generalize anything. If I feel you don't benefit me, nothing you do is going to benefit anything I do. You're not a priority to me. I'm cutting it off. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you. I'm not invested or concerned about what you're going through because it's none of my business. You'll get through it. I believe in you. I'll pray for you. But as far as, you know, you highlighted it, you said soft. I won't call anybody soft. I won't call you soft. I won't even call you period. If I feel you are, how would I say, counterproductive to what I envision for myself and the things I want to be successful in, it's as simple as, I hope you get through that. And I just won't see you again. Because I believe the creator, the great spirit, or whatever I believe in, will bring in the things I need around me in order to succeed in the things I need to do. For instance, you had mentioned that, you know, whether it's a societal thing or, you know, it's a community thing, if people don't want to admit their faults or whatever, it's not me for me to sit there and judge. But if I hear too much of it, if I hear too often about it, and you still haven't decided in your mind how you're going to get through it, I can't be around it because it's like planting bad seeds. You keep putting that around me. You keep speaking that around me. All I'm going to do is kind of worry about what you're going through, and it'll take me off my game. It'll distract me. And then I'll have to worry about what you're going through. And now I prioritize you over my own priorities. So as far as, you know, the whole concept of being soft, it's like this. If you're not getting your shit together, you need to get the fuck out of my life. If I have to tell you one more time, our friendship's over. I don't have friends anymore. I don't have friends anymore. It's as simple as, if it does not benefit me, you're not a partner. You're not someone I want to call or rely on. Because the things that the pandemic has revealed to me is as simple as this. People can easily give up. That's the easiest thing we can do, is give up. It's easy to turn around and walk away. It's harder to continue on in the things we want to do. It's the hardest thing when you don't know what's going to happen on the other side of tomorrow. So if you're going to sit there, and I wouldn't say complain or, you know, oh, I can't do it. I don't know. If you don't know it, I don't know. You're going to keep saying it over and over. What the hell do you want me to do? I can't find answers for you. The best I can do is pray for you and hope you find your way in it. Should you see me succeed in it later, hopefully I can turn around and help you later. But for right now, you do not benefit me. So I can't carry the dead weight with me. You have to get through this on your own. So I'm moving forward, but hopefully somewhere down the line, you find the experience, you find the needs, you find the resources, and you get through it. But as far as the concept of soft, I've been soft. I would say I'm still soft. I'm as soft as the softest thing you could possibly think of. But one thing for sure is I'm not going to give up. I'm sure as hell not going to give up. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep moving forward. And I promise you, with the bottom dollar in my pocket, that not only am I going to succeed in that thing that I'm trying to push forward, but anybody on my team, anybody with me in my circle, anybody who's on board with me is going to succeed with me. I promise you that.
Yeah, thank you, Savage. And no, I just want to clarify what I said for everybody is the reason why I brought that up, right? About sensitive and people being soft is we live in a time right now where we can't be real and honest and objective with somebody. Like if one of my friends, look, if one of my friends is obese, I would tell my friend straight up, hey man, you're fat and you're obese. You need to get your life together and change your life to improve your health. But we live in a time right now, if you call somebody that's actually fat, that's fat shaming, right? Even though objectively, in reality, he is fat. So that's why I brought up that topic. Like, if you're broke, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And a lot of times, people we live in a culture today that because we can't be honest up front, and people can't take honesty no more, reality no more. And sometimes in life, when you fail, when you go through struggles, we do harsh. I'm like I said, I don't have my life together. I don't. But there's certain times in my life that I needed that hard truth and reality check in my life. Hey man, you're not where you need to be. It's not because of anybody else. It's your fault. The reason why I'm broke, the reason why I'm fat, the reason why my health is not together, the reason why I'm not where I need to be, the reason why I'm not attracting the opportunities I want, the money I need. It's not anybody's. It's not anybody's. It's not anybody else. It's you. And you are what you are. You are what your choices you make. And that's why I brought up that topic, because sometimes I have real honest convos with people, and they're like, and they get offended by calling something that's. I'm calling you exactly what you are, but I'm not saying that to push you down. I'm telling you the honest truth, so that way give you that reality. So what are you gonna do about it? Because at the end of the day, like I said, like you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. You can help. We can give them all the therapy. We can give them all the support. Put all the support groups. Give them all the love and support. But there's certain people out there that they don't do it for themselves, and I can't do it for you. And a lot of times, like I said, they try to avoid that conversation. That's why I do believe people need to be checked, and people need that reality check and that tough conversation in their life, to get you out and get moving. And that's what I meant. So,
Tui, say it. Tui, say it.
Go ahead, Tui.
She's been waiting.
Go ahead, Tui.
Okay, I just wanted to go back to what Xiaoxi said. First of all, I love you. And whatever you say, I'm going to listen to, because I think you're fantastic. But you said that you're 50 and you don't have your shit together, and we're all in the same boat, right? We don't have our shit together. But
yeah,
these conversations, I want everyone who's watching this at least to understand that we are not by any means shaming or speaking ill of you guys, but it's important that we identify the behaviors in our culture and our community. So when we reach 50, we're not like, what the hell happened? Like, why are we still in the same place? And so it's just like, going back to the Phi Kava issue, having like Phi Kava, I think is great. I think our men need a place to go. I'd rather my man go to a Phi Kava than a bar. But but realistically, it's the people who are going there in a certain mentality. If they want something, their mind is already made up. That's what they're gonna get. And going back some more, I'm so sorry, Will, I'm gonna hurry up. But going back some more, like
you're good.
What are we doing and teaching? I don't want to leave out the young women, but we raised women in Polynesian culture to be strong. Like we were raised like boys, and that's why we can handle our men. So an example, if my husband falls, right? If he falls, I need to be there to pick him up. But the problem, one of the issues, not the main problem, but one of the issues is when we pick our man up, we don't put him back on his feet. We keep carrying him until we're mad at him for not doing what he's supposed to do, but we don't give him the correct kind of support, because we were just taught to keep going, and instead, like women, we too do this to our husbands. We don't foster their growth to do what they have dreams, they have stuff they want to do, but are we supporting it? And I'm only going to speak off of what I've seen and experienced. The women in my family, they support their men. Anything you want to do, we're there for you. We're going to support you. a lot of times in our community, I have not always seen that. You know, I've seen men's dreams get shot down by their women, and the same, you know, the same for men to their wives, but mostly Polynesian wives. They're like, well, you need to be realistic. And I understand you have to be realistic. You have to take care of your family. But at the same time, that's not all they want to do. So, you know, how, like, my point of these discussions is to identify behaviors and how can we help correct it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a lot.
No, go ahead. Anybody's thoughts on what we just said?
She's right. She's on point.
Okay.
Too is much on point, and we have to have the dialogue between all generations.
Savage.
Yeah.
I
But
wanted to
I have it
highlight.
that we're still coming from a space of we need to fix people,
Yeah,
right?
that's. I
When you
wanted
can-
to
when you-
highlight that.
Yeah, when you can take that, there's no fixing people, but we can have conversation with people. Then people are willing to take a look. But as long
Yeah.
as you come from a space that we need to fix this person is not where they're supposed to be. Like, take a look at yourself.
But would you
Because-
agree that we do need to identify these behaviors and
100%.
call them
Correct.
out? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you could call them up. You could call them up, but it makes no difference on the other side.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is pissing them off.
Address it.
Like you have to be smarter than calling people out, right? Like I don't walk around calling people fat people. You get that?
There's a
But I
way
will
to
get
approach it.
It's
There's a
all
way to
about the
approach it.
being 100%. It's all about how you be about it when you have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because the way you receive your information is completely different from how Savage received what I'm talking about. And it's
Mhm.
completely different from what Will is hearing.
Mm.
We all hear things from a different filter.
Mm.
So what you think is valid is not valid for everybody else. So you're going to have to consider and be smarter than what you already know to have it land that is powerful. So you can get all the information you need. But once you have the information, you're going to have to take a look in the way that you're being about it, how to deliver a message that every single person out there sees and hears the message the way it's supposed to be heard, not through your filters of life. I love you.
Savage. Is Savage, you want something to say or no?
Yeah. I just wanted all that stuff I said earlier. I wanted to highlight. That's why I don't join a kalapu. I'm very critical of my time. I'll end up beating somebody's fucking ass or getting in a fight because we can't come to agreement on something. And if it doesn't benefit me, I'm always going to prioritize my success first because I have to take care of my family. And if we come together on an idea, say for instance, hey, let's start a yacht there, let's do this, and we'll get the permits and the licensing and all this stuff, and you don't meet your end of the bargain, I'm gonna fuck you up because it's a
Mafia.
two-way street. It's a two-way street. I don't know how many times I've been to Kalapus and we elaborate the ideas, and it's like you said, application. Tui even did a better job by saying, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I had to stop going to Kalapu because my wife was carrying me. Oh, woe is me, I'm going to Kalapu, but I'm never acting on the shit I'm supposed to be fucking doing. I'm 32 years old now, and I realized if I was 32 with the mindset of 32 now and the 22-year-old body that I had back then, I'd be so fucking, I'd have so many podcasts right now. But that's why I can't join Kalapus because I'm getting pissed off. I'll say, hey, where did the money go? Oh, Togo, we went to buy a new office space for the Kalapu. What the fuck? The money was supposed to go. Next, I'm whooping somebody's ass. So,
but I think that's where your breakthrough would be for you. Like this, we're talking about the alpha last time, right? The breakthrough for you is to have you not have your emotions run who you are. Like have full control of who you are when you have this conversation, when your expectations are not met. For you to be authentic with people and have a real conversation that matters to you and have it be heard is everything. But if you have it that you're always going to beat somebody else's ass, like who wants to hang around with you?
yeah.
And nobody.
That-
I don't even want to hang around with you.
Correct.
Like,
No,
me hearing that, like, why would I hang around with a guy like you?
Yeah.
Right? Because you bring nothing to the table with me.
Yeah.
So you want to consider that this conversation here, every single person is listening. They get to choose whether they get to be around you or not.
Yeah.
right? The message that's coming out is that you don't really give a damn about anybody else. That I'm going to step over every individual that doesn't give me what I need and what I want out of life, that you will step on them to get what you want. It has nothing to do with empowering people, especially with people that don't have that much knowledge at this moment, the experience. I have it in my life that I walk away from people like you, and I be with people that you're pushing away. So I can help myself grow as I'm teaching, having conversation, that we all grow together as one. I don't get to go up to by myself. I get to bring my community with me.
Yeah.
Are you done?
I get to bring my community up with me. And I don't step on people. So you might want to consider your conversation to have it that every single person that you're having a conversation with, there's something to be gotten. And that you're a human and I'm a human, and we all screw things up. And whether you're human and I'm a human, that you got my back, even when you don't have mine. When you can get to be that kind of a human being, that I got your back, even when you don't have mine, you're starting to become a leader.
Yeah.
Leaders don't step on others' back to get what they want. Leaders stay, make sure that every single person has been raised up, that they all become leaders, that we all become leaders in life.
That
will
is a
not
great
step
point,
on it.
Celsi. That is a great point because, in our Tongan culture, the leaders taught from the point of servitude, where we brought
100%.
ourselves to the level of our people and then lift our people up.
We lift our people up. We don't step
Yes.
on our people.
Yeah.
My
I do wanna-
brother has taught me that. My father has taught me that. All of my brothers have taught me that. Right? This is my experience of being Tongan.
Yes.
That I get to go through my BS of life, and regardless of what I'm going through, what's embedded in my mind is I get to bring every single person around me and make sure that their life is working just as beautiful as mine. If not more better than mine, make it theirs extremely better than mine. Like extraordinary, uniquely extraordinary. That their life is better than mine. So I know that I've done something. If somebody next to me is growing and they're expanding their life, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, then I've done my part in life.
Thanks, Chelsea. Savage, you have something to say? I know you have something to say.
No, I definitely heard what Chelsea said and I respect it. As far as finishing where I was getting at, that's why I walk away. I don't step on anybody's back. I don't step on anybody. I step away. I literally walk the other direction because the one thing is toxicity. I know how bad I get. I know how emotional I get when toxicity and negativity are put into the mathematics. For instance, I said earlier about benefits. If you don't benefit me, what I meant by that, yes, I'm selfish in the sense that it has to benefit me first. Otherwise, why would I take interest? I understand the service to others. I understand. I know how to service others. It's as far as if I service you, what is the benefit? Because one thing I know for sure is doing work for free sucks. Doing work for free does not feed your family. One thing I've learned here in Tonga, not in Tonga, learned here from Tongans here is the favors. You want a discount? Kiss my ass. You want a discount? I started this business. You don't want to support me? Oh, that's cool. Well, you know what?
Okay.
You keep asking for discounts. Cool. Just know this. You're not helping me feed my family. So, whether it's, hey, that's selfish. Come on, man. That's family. Well, I understand how that is. But getting here to America and understanding the rat race and understanding how society works, if me having to be selfish or in the sense stepping away from the kalapu is a bad thing, I'm all for it. I want to be the baddest guy in the room because it's not about going against my community. It's not about not helping the next person. You'll follow me if you see success. You'll offer something if you have something to offer, just like I will in the same way. I will offer you if I see benefit within myself that what you're doing. For instance, Will, I would not be on your podcast if I didn't think this was progressive. I wouldn't even answer your text messages. Not only is this progressive,
I love it.
if somebody is watching this, some 13-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, 20 years from now, and is like, damn, I can't believe our ancestors were talking about this. They were already onto something. I can honestly say I contributed to something. But as far as in my personal life, I mean, honestly, that's why I don't go to Galapagos anymore, because when I don't see it being progressive, all I'm going to do is add on more negativity. Like Xiaoxi said, what's the use of me beating somebody up because I'm emotional? I have to step away. I have to walk away
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, I do want
Yeah.
to speak on something that I know Tui said or Sasi said about addressing things or calling people out. I do believe that, and Sasi said, like, we have to be aware of, because everybody hears things differently and everybody responds to different approaches, right? But I do believe, yeah, I totally understand it, but I do believe in some way, in anybody, whatever somebody's going through, but the conversation of some people need to hear the truth of the reality of why their life to where they at. And sometimes in life that message, sometimes you may not like it and you maybe not be the preferred method, but whatever, in order for transformation to happen, for change to happen, you need to know the truth, because how can you change your life if you don't know what the problem is? And sometimes, like I said, that message to get across from somebody, sometimes like it can't be the preferred method the way you want it, the way you respond. But sometimes in life, it's not always the preferred method in a way, but regardless, you still need to hear that truth. Like I played football, when we play football, every single game after we have to watch the film and then we have to address the mistakes. And the coach has to call out your mistake in front of everybody. So you may not take criticism wrong, but in life, like in order to change something, in order to improve, something needs to change, and you need to be aware of what's wrong, and you need to know the reason why it's wrong. And sometimes you get that method from the right people, and they can translate it and give you that message in the way you preferred. But sometimes it's not always like that. But you have to be open for criticism, open to be able to get that tough love, that tough communication, and just take what's good and move on with it. That's my thoughts on that one. But guys, for the sake of, I know we're coming to the end of the podcast, and we're gonna conclude it. Yeah. So before we conclude the podcast, I am going to play, like I told you guys before, we have a raw footage video
Don't do it.
of what happens in these 5 cover clubs. So
Don't do
so I see a lot of people. Oh, the likes are going up. All right, the likes are going up, guys.
Wait, did we get 20 yet?
No, we got 16 people watching. I see 12.
Come
so
on,
4 more
people.
likes. Come on, y'all. 4
Call
more.
your friends and press some likes so we can
Press
have.
the like. Just press the
We
like.
want Will to cut off his hair. He said he was going to cut it off.
If we get to 16 before we end the show, I'll take my hair down in a bun.